Welcome to Business Over a Brew, the show where we talk business with some of the Riverbend's most interesting and influential business leaders, all while enjoying a nice brew at Elijah P's Burgers and Brews in Alton. I'm your host, Nick Darr. In this episode, we'll talk to American Family Insurance agent Gerard Fischer. Gerard shares with us some of his keys for success and how he balances managing 3 different offices in 3 very different locations. So let's get to it. It's the Business Over a Brew podcast from Elijah P's. Well, Gerard Fischer, welcome to Business Over a Brew. Great to have you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I wanted to have you on the show because the insurance business is not an easy one to be successful at. There's a lot of people that give it a shot, and not very many people make it in any small business, really, but I think especially in your business. So, what's it been about your business that you attribute your success to?
What I could say about that is customer service. I've been an agent now for over 21 years, and I remember when I graduated from college, Bradley University, back in 1980. I had a computer science degree, and during that time when I was working through college and high school, I was working for a franchisee of a fast food company, and the day I graduated from college, I decided to stay in the fast food industry, and I became a district manager for the fast food company and customer service. Mm-hmm. So I learned a lot about customer service, dealing with people, dealing with the public, and then when I made the transition to becoming an insurance agent, I still try to give that customer service and give the service after the sale, with our industry, to make sure that people feel comfortable, and if they do have a claim, that we can give them the service that we promised them to begin with.
We should have rehearsed before. You were supposed to say radio advertising. But it is funny, you mentioned, people think of those 2 businesses, fast food and insurance, as night and day, but there's a lot of things that translate.
There's a lot of things that are similar with that. With fast food, you go through the drive-through window and you get your meal. It's quick, it's clean, and it's good environment and good quality hot food. But boom, their message is all about the service. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as you're out and you eat the product, you're done with it. But with insurance, we have to make the sale, give you the good presentation and everything, and still service you after we made the sale. And some people I'm still servicing after 20 years. So right. It's great.
And I think the one similarity also is having repeatable processes in place where you get the same type of customer experience every time you come in.
Sure. And if those people get the good experience, then they're going to refer you to other people that want to share the same experience. Just lately, I came back from a conference in Dallas, and one thing that really woke up my eyes was we had a guest speaker talking to us, and he talked about how he called a pizza place, and when he called in, they recognized his name off of caller ID. They said, "Do you want that same deluxe pizza that you ordered last time? And we'll charge it to the same credit card, and we'll be there in 21 minutes," and they're there. We're not competing in today's world. We're not competing against other insurance companies or other insurance agents. We're competing against other people that have good customer service. We're competing for customer service throughout all the mm-hmm. industries, whether it's food or clothing or what have you.
21 years, and obviously there have been a great deal of changes in those 21 years. What are some of the biggest changes to the industry that you've seen?
Without a doubt, technology. Mm-hmm. The social media, interaction on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all those things. In today's world, the younger generation, what we're told, doesn't even open up mail when it comes to their house. Mm-hmm. They will do everything online, billing online, through their phone. Right. Sometimes you try to different avenues of trying to contact a client. You contact them and you try to call and no return, and you text them, and then 10 seconds later you got a response back. So it's all the communication with the technology. and it's growing and growing and growing faster and faster every day. It's just to keep up with it.
Would you say that's been more of a positive, or is that something that's been a struggle?
Well, no, it's a positive, and I'm with my background with computer science, like I just mentioned, so that helps me a little bit. But it is a positive because it keeps us updated with the fast-paced world that we live in today.
You've really grown the business and the practice to multiple locations and owning your own building and things like that.
Right.
Did you envision that 21 years ago when you started?
I probably didn't. And we talked about building a new building 5 or 6 years ago, and we finally pulled the trigger a couple years ago. This coming January will be 2 years with the new building there and everything. Getting a lot of compliments of it. I wish I would have done it 5 or 6 years ago, but lo and behold, we're very happy with it. We're getting pleasant comments about it, and then grown locations. That's one thing an American family is allowing us to do right now. So I do have another location in Ebersville, and I even have a location up in Quincy, Illinois now, which is my hometown. So
it is, okay.
Yeah, so very happy to be up there. We've been up there, be a year in February that we'd be up there now.
How do you balance, making sure you take care of all 3 offices at 3 locations? They're a little bit farther apart.
I hire good help. I hire people that are smarter than me, and I get the heck out of the way.
That's kind of my philosophy too. And in my case, it's not hard to find people that are smarter than me. Right,
drink
exactly.
a beer, right? So, but it's I have a great staff, and Godfrey. I have Regina that's been with me for 15 years. Lisa been with me for 13 years. Zach that's been there 3 years, and over in Ebersville, Jim that's been there for 5 years. Kevin 3 years. Carrie 2 years, and up in Quincy is a little bit of a newer crew up there, but a lot of experience. And I always tell everybody that if one person can't answer your question, there's somebody within the whole agency that can answer your question. We can find an answer for you.
What advice would you give to not necessarily a young entrepreneur, but a new entrepreneur, somebody thinking about starting a business or going into business for themselves?
Make sure it's your passion. Make sure it's what you want to do. Make sure you love going to work. By Sunday afternoons, you're probably the same way. I'm ready to go back to work on Monday mornings, right?
Absolutely.
And be patient with it. It's a fine bottle of wine. It's nothing that's going to happen overnight, and I think that's one of the concerns in today's world with the millennials, as we call them. But they're wanting to see quick results, but you have to be patient with it and do each day one day at a time, and have fun with it.
It's you mentioned it, making it your passion, and a lot of people would look at insurance and think that's a tough thing to be passionate about. So tell us how. I mean, it's different than what I think people think of. It's for us, it's a necessity, something, but from the other side of the desk, it's quite different.
Well, and for myself now, with the 3 locations, am I an insurance agent or am I a business owner? With the guy here who owns Elijah Pease, he's not cooking the meal, he's not waiting on the table, but he's overseeing everything. He's overseeing the operation. People that know me well, if they call me up and say, "Hey, Gerard, give me a quote," I couldn't quote a car now to save my life, but I got a great crew behind me that can do that, and I'm able to still go out in front of the client and show them how everything works. Absolutely. But as far as the daily deals, that's why I have employees and a good bunch of a crew that does it for me.
Great. Well, Gerard, thanks so much for joining us. I know you've got to get to your golf league championship that you're passionate about, and so good luck there. Have fun.
Very good. Thanks, Rick.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming on.
You bet.